The family of Grammy Award-winning legend Selena has reason to celebrate. Convicted killer Yolanda Saldivar will not be released from prison, even though she has been trying to get out. Let's get into some pop culture news for today. I'm going to break down everything the parole board had to say about Yolanda's request for release. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future updates. Now, we all know the story between these two and what happened on that day in March of 1995. Yolanda was the president of Selena's fan club. She also managed Selena's boutiques. Now, with that access, she had been involved in embezzling money from the fan club, but also from the boutiques as well. When that was uncovered, that is when Selena went to confront Yolanda. She, of course, arrived unarmed on that day to the hotel room where Yolanda was staying. Now, when Selena turned her back, Yolanda fired a 38 caliber weapon, shooting her in the back. Selena was able to make it to the lobby, named Yolanda as her attacker. And although there were multiple measures taken at the hospital to save her life, of course, we know Selena did not make it. Now, Yolanda was involved in an hours-long standoff between the police. And I can also confirm for you guys, to this day, she maintains her innocence, claiming that the gun was not intended for Selena, that it was misfired. Now, she had her trial. She was found guilty by her jury and sentenced to life in prison. Now, the life imprisonment came with the eligibility for parole after serving 30 years. And that's what brings us to where we are today. She became eligible for parole March of 2025 to be released no earlier than March the 30th of 2025 if she was approved. Now, she submitted all of her documentation to be released from prison, saying that she had served her time. Now, in regards to her documentation submission, she started that process quite some time ago, hoping to be considered to be released directly on the 3rd. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not done so already. That way you don't miss out on breaking news. Now, in regards to the submission, when the parole board is making their decision, they consider lots of different components. Of course, the request coming from the inmate, but also, how she has been while she's in prison, also any sort of impact statements, etc. Prior to her parole hearing, Selena's family has been extremely vocal, asking that she is not released. Not only because of the fact that she murdered Selena, but also just the overall impact to the fans, to the community, and to her family still dealing with this loss. Now, let me jump into exactly what the parole board decided, and I want to read for you also their full statement. According to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, this is going to be the online record, and she was denied parole. Now, they're citing her violent nature as the reason for her denial. Now, she can still request to be released again, but she does have to wait until March of 2030 to resubmit her request. Now, the statement from the parole board reads this. It was a panel that made this decision. After a thorough consideration of all available information, which included any confidential interviews conducted, it was the parole panel's determination to deny parole to Yolanda Saldivar and set her next parole review for March 2030. The reason provided by the panel for denial was the nature of the offense. The record indicates that the instant offense has elements of brutality, violence, assaultive behavior, and conscious selection of victims' vulnerability, indicating a conscious disregard for the lives, safety, or property of others, such that the offender poses a continuing threat to public safety. So that will be the end of her request. She will remain in prison. She's currently in prison in Texas. No doubt she will file a request to be released when it comes again in March of 2030. She's been very vocal, as I mentioned, regarding the accidental nature and her innocence of this tragic incident that took this 23-year-old's life. Not only that, she also and her family has mentioned that she has really been convicted in the court of public opinion. And that is a convenient way to try to go when you are the one, obviously, that pulled the trigger that took her life. Now, Selena's family has spoken out, including her husband, saying that they are grateful for the parole board and the decision made to leave her in prison. Now, I want to know what you guys think. Do you guys believe she should receive parole after already serving 30 years And do you also foresee her requesting to be released again in 2030 like I do? Let's drop that into the comments. And if you have a favorite Selena song, let's show her some love as well by adding that to the comments as well.